Hi, this is Miss Karen with Children's Liturgy for the 32nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. The first reading today is from the Book of Wisdom in the Old Testament. So what is wisdom? Wisdom is not just about being wicked smart. I had to look up the definition in the dictionary. And the dictionary says that wisdom is having knowledge and the capacity to use it. So what does that mean? Wisdom is the ability to learn and to use your gifts and knowledge to make this world a better place. So wisdom is all about having goals and then acting to meet those goals. Wisdom is about seeking God first and acting like heaven is our goal, because heaven is all of our goals. That's where we want to end up. So one thing to remember about wisdom is that you are never too young or too old to have wisdom and to act like heaven is your goal. The second reading is from the first letter to the Thessalonians in the New Testament. So on a second missionary journey, Paul went to Greece and he was teaching the Thessalonians how to be Christians. And like we talked about before, we know things now because we've had 2,000 years since Christ lived, and we've had 2,000 years of experience as humans to learn how to be Christians. The Thessalonians didn't have that. They were still trying to figure out how to be Christians. So things that we know, they didn't know. And they thought that Jesus was returning imminently. He thought that Jesus was coming back right then. And they were getting frustrated waiting for him. And Paul was letting them know that, guys, we can't know when Jesus is coming back. And even though we can't know when he's coming back, you can still do everything in your power to be ready for it. In the gospel, we hear from the Gospel of Matthew today. And when you're listening to this, you might think that the 5 bridesmaids that would not share their oil are being really selfish. But we kind of have to look at it a different way. So weddings, back in the time that the gospel was written, were a huge deal. They were a 7-day celebration. And who are the most important people at a wedding? The bride and the groom. So the bridesmaids that they're talking about have one job, and that's to get the groom to the wedding safely. So 5 of the bridesmaids thought about what they might need to do and what they might need to have to do that, because they did not know when the groom was coming. So they thought ahead. What are the things that I need to do to get my job done? 5 of the bridesmaids didn't think that. So when the groom was late and when he didn't arrive, those bridesmaids that prepared were still ready for him and ready to get their goal done, even though they didn't know when the groom was going to arrive. They could still get him to the reception safely. And they knew that they couldn't share, because if they shared their oil, then they wouldn't have a bright enough light to guide the groom, and they wouldn't get their one job that they had done. So just like the bridesmaids, your job for this week is to prepare for Mass next week. Read the readings. You can go to usccb.org and read the readings, or you can go to Holy Heroes or Catholic Kids Media on YouTube to hear the readings and prepare your heart and your mind for Mass. This is Miss Karen with Children's Liturgy. Have a great week.